Today, I'm finally recording the long-awaited wash and condition 10-minute style routine. I will say in the beginning of this video that I call it a 10-minute style routine the whole video because I expected it to take 10 minutes, but because of the fact that I'm recording, I think it took longer. And I also went into a little bit more of a detail when defining my hair than I normally do, but I will let you know where I usually stop when we get to that point in the video, and around that point is just about 10 minutes. So I went into extra detail just because it's a tutorial and I wanted you guys to be satisfied with what you're seeing, but typically it takes 10 minutes, and once you master this, if you follow the same steps that I do in this video, you can get it to be just about 10 minutes for yourself as well. So in this beginning part of the video, I am showing you everything that I'm going to be using in my wash routine. So I have the gratifier shampoo, I have the truth conditioner, I have my Crave Naturals detangling brush. You can use a shampoo brush. I have one for us, or like from our brand, but I don't use that often when washing my hair because my hair is so thick. I like a bigger brush, so I'm using this detangling brush, which essentially accomplishes the same thing. And then I'm also using a towel to keep water from getting all over my floor because I do apply the product to dripping wet hair when I go to the styling portion. Just keep in mind that when I'm showing you the shampoo, I'm running low, so I put a little bit of water in it. So the shampoo itself, if you get a new bottle or a bottle that has a lot left, will be thicker. So there's a little bit of water in mine, as well as apple cider vinegar because I have some flake issues on my head. So I put that in there just to make sure that my head gets absolutely clean, which the shampoo does a good job of that on its own, but when my head is irritated, I just like to add that. It's a personal preference. It doesn't really have anything to do with the product itself. So take everything you're seeing in this video with a grain of salt because this is specifically my routine and what works for me, but it's not necessarily endorsed or recommended by the brand as a whole. This is just what I do. I can't really show you my wash routine unless I show you how I do it and what works for me. So I'm starting out the washing process by making sure that the water is lukewarm because I don't want the water to be too hot or too cold. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that too hot of water can make your hair dry, which causes more flakes, which I have, so I don't want to cause more flakes. And cold water I like to do at the end when I am conditioning. So right now, or not necessarily cold, but I guess cooler water. So right now I'm using warm water to just soak my hair and make sure that it is ready for the shampoo to go in. So one of the main things about using a water-based product and ditching oil has been that water absorbs into my hair much easier and faster than it would when I was using oil in my hair. The first time I got my hair done by Linda, which is our CEO of XPO H2O, I had to get my hair wet for like 5 minutes before the water would actually get into my hair because of how much oil buildup I had on my hair, and that's not really the case anymore now that I'm using water-based products and no oils in my hair. So as you can see, I just applied the shampoo, and like I said, it's a little bit more runny than it would be if it was only shampoo in the bottle, but it's water and shampoo mixed. And I'm just applying that to mainly my roots. I'm applying it to my ends too, but mostly the roots. And because I have short hair, it's kind of all the same, but mostly the roots. And then I use the balls of my fingers to, or like my fingertips, I guess, to massage my scalp and just work it in and lift anything off of my scalp, like dry skin or any products that would be left from before I wash my hair. Once again, about to go in with warm water and just rinse my hair out, get the shampoo out as well as I can, and then go back in for a second wash just to make sure that I'm really getting stuff clean. And as you can see, the shampoo does a good job of defining my curls and kind of like helping to detangle my hair. In my experience in the past, this is way before I even considered going oil-free, but this is like back when I was using drugstore brands of shampoo and things like that. I was using products that were so harsh on the hair that would tangle my hair up to the point where a conditioner was needed as an after for the shampoo. And with this shampoo, I really don't feel that way. I don't feel like I need a conditioner for my hair afterwards because my hair is not all tangled up from the wash process, and it's not like drying. I've used a lot of shampoos that are very drying and they feel like they're completely stripping the hair. This shampoo is able to get my hair very clean without it feeling dry and without tangling my hair up. So I really do like the shampoo, and it also has like a, I don't know how to describe it, I guess like a tingly sensation to it. So overall, I just think it's a good shampoo. But as you can see, like my hair is not tangling, it's going in very easily. And so I really appreciate that about this product. I watched a review a while ago of someone talking about this brand, or our brand, I guess, saying that the shampoo was like making their hair feel tangly and all this stuff. And I don't know, I don't want to discredit their experience, but I do think that, speaking from my experience as someone with very, very thick hair, I have never had an experience where it's tangling my hair. In fact, I've always felt like it's done a really good job of detangling it, and it like somehow even the shampoo defines my curls, and you can't really say that about all shampoos. So I think it's a pretty good shampoo. But here what I'm doing is really going in on the edges and the front hairline of my hair because that's where a lot of my dry skin is. So I really go there and make sure that I'm scrubbing, trying to get out as much as possible. That way it stays cleaner for longer. And then I'm just going to go in and do my second rinse and get ready to condition my hair. I forgot to mention that on the second shampoo, I waited before I rinsed it out because I really wanted to make sure that the active ingredients in the shampoo are working in my hair. So it's kind of like when you do your skincare routine. If you're using a really good conditioner, if you're using a really good cleanser, but you don't let the cleanser sit on your face to actually work, the active ingredients are not going to do what they're supposed to do. So I feel the same way about my shampoo. I let it sit in my hair for a little bit because I want it to actually clean my hair and make sure that everything's lifting and coming out of my hair before I rinse it out, just so that my hair is extra clean. So that's why I use the apple cider vinegar. That's why I massage the front of my hairline. That's why I leave the shampoo in, because I just want to do everything that I can to make sure that my hair looks as good as possible for as long as possible. And in this clip, while I was letting it sit there, I was just kind of showing you, like I said earlier, that I feel like the shampoo actually defines my curls and then it makes my hair softer rather than, you know, the dry and tangled experience that a lot of people have with shampoos. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is wring out my hair as much as possible. I should have wrung it out 3 times rather than just 2 because, like I said, my hair is so thick, it was really holding a lot of water. And when you do your conditioner, you want to make sure that you're doing it on kind of like, I guess, moist or damp hair, but not soaking wet hair. So I wish I would have squeezed it out a 3rd time. But anyway, you're going to want to wring out as much water as you can before you apply your conditioner. And then you apply your conditioner to your mids and ends rather than the roots of your hair. So that is what I'm trying to do. It does get on my roots because, again, short hair, you know, you can't really keep it from the roots because it's not really long enough yet. But as my hair grows, I'm going to focus more on the mids and the ends. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm trying to put it. And then I just kind of work it through. And this is the part where this is my opinion and it really does not reflect the feelings of everyone in the company. I know that Linda has feelings about using brushes and combs, and I have somewhat of a different feeling on that. We do have a shampoo brush at the company, and I do own that shampoo brush, and it does work well for me. But when I'm washing my hair in the sink specifically, if I don't have my hair parted with scrunchies, it's going to be very hard for me to use the shampoo brush because it's small and it's harder to maneuver in my hair. So what I do is I use a detangling brush because it's very similar, and I just go through and try to brush my hair because I wash my hair probably once a week, maybe sometimes more, but usually once a week if my scalp is not really acting up. And because this product has long-lasting results, I don't do my hair every day. I style it, once after I wash it, and then I don't do it again until the next time I wash my hair. So if I never comb or brush my hair is not releasing any of that, dead hair that's in it, because your hair sheds every day. So again, I don't know if this is like statistically true or if that's even the right word, but I've heard people say that you're supposed to shed about 50 hairs a day. I don't know how accurate that exact number is, but I do know that you shed hairs every day. So if you're not styling your hair every day or brushing it or combing it, then that hair is just stuck in your hair. So the only time that hair has an opportunity to come out is when I'm washing my hair, and that is why I like to brush it or use a shampoo brush or whatever it is to go through and remove the hair, just to make sure that is not being put back in my hair, being left in my hair as I style it for the week ahead. So I'm going to take this hair out and show you in a second how much came out, because really not that much comes out. And that's why I love this detangling brush, because as thick as my hair is, I barely got any hair out, and really I don't think any came out when I was styling it later on in the video with the curl former. So that's why I do this. It's just kind of to make sure that my hair stays healthy and that I'm removing any hair that is not attached to my scalp anymore. So that's why I do this step. I do not brush my hair once I'm styling my hair. I apply the product with my hands and I do it that way. You can also use the shampoo brush when you're actually applying the product and style that way, but I know that Linda would prefer that you use your fingers and not a comb or a brush when you are applying the curl foamer or the curl creamer or the curl foamer. So I do not do that, but when I'm actually shampooing and conditioning my hair, that is when I use my detangling brush. I'm rinsing my conditioner out with more cool water because I don't want to make my hair dry. Again, when you use really hot water, sometimes your scalp gets dry and your hair can be dry. So I'm just using cooler water to try and mitigate that from happening. So I'm rinsing everything out, and then after that I'm going to apply the curl former in the sink. I have comments when we get there, but I'll wait till we get there. So for the purposes of this video, I wanted to try applying the curl former in the sink because a lot of people do that and it has good results for them. I never do that, so I shouldn't have done that in this video. I'm just leaving it in for the sake of honesty, but I got this jar out of my car and the weather right now is extremely cold. So the jar literally has frost on it. If you go back to the beginning of the video when I showed you what I was using and I showed the curl former, the jar you can clearly see has like water on the outside of it from being so cold. And in this clip, the gel is more cold than it usually is. My hands are soaking wet. It's very hard to break this product down. For me specifically, I know Linda's so good at this. She can do this with her hands soaking wet. She can do it with her hands dry. It literally does not matter. She's able to do it. For me personally, breaking down the gel to a cream and then to a foam needs to be done in specific conditions where my hands are like semi-wet. And so I knew going into this that the product was not going to break down, and as you can see, it's not breaking down. I'm just kind of putting literal globs of like hard gel into my hair, and hoping that when I get into my bathroom to style my hair, that I will be able to break it down with more water and that it actually looks good. So that's what's happening here, and that's why I ended up leaving the laundry room, even though I was going to do all my hair in there, because I knew that it wasn't going to go well. I can't see what I'm doing, and my hands are too wet to break down the gel. So I'm rinsing my hands off, and then I'm going to get my towel and go to the bathroom where I usually do my hair and do it the right way that I know how it works, and show you that instead. So you can see that my hair is soaking wet. I didn't dry it. I didn't use a towel to dry my hair. I just put it on my shoulders to prevent water from getting all over the house. But the reason that I'm spraying my hair down even though it's soaking wet is because, one, this is a water-based product and it's a water-locking gel, so you can never have too much water. And two, like I said, there are literal clumps of gel that's not broken down in my hair. So I'm trying to add water to get that gel to loosen up and start breaking down as much as possible, so that when I apply the gel the right way, the gel that's already in my hair does not just leave like clumps. So that's why I did that. Also, you can do this much neater. My hair is soaking wet, so my neck is wet, my shirt is wet. When I do this, I usually do it fresh out of the shower. Sometimes I do it in the shower, but I'm usually not like fully dressed and ready to go. So it would not be this messy if you do it in the shower or when you're out of the shower before you get dressed. So just keep that in mind. I always look ridiculous when I make these videos, but it's because I can't do it how I would actually do it on camera, because I'm not going to show you that. So for the purposes of the video, I'm wearing a shirt and the shirt is soaking wet. But if you're doing it in real life, in your day-to-day routine, and you're not recording it, it does not have to be this much of a messy process. I said this in the last video and I'm going to say it in this video again. I'm very real when I'm showing you guys how I do my hair. This is actually how I do it. This is not me pretending or doing it differently for the video. This is what I always do. And even though I'm on video and I think I'm like, you know, being so professional looking because I'm recording, I'm really not. Like, I'm not pulling any punches. And when I watched this back, I was shocked that I was like making these faces because I didn't even realize that I was. But this is just how I do my hair. I talk to myself, I make faces, I grimace a lot because there's cold water on my face, there's water in my eyes, there's water all over my neck, and it's not the most comfortable feeling. But again, when I do my hair day to day and I'm not recording, it's a lot more comfortable because I'm not fully dressed and like soaking wet with wet clothing on. That's not how that works. So yeah, I'm being real and I just want to show you the real process, but day to day it does not have to be this difficult. But yeah, as you can see, I have the gel in my hand and I'm breaking it down, and then I'm showing you the consistency that I break it down to, and I'm just applying it to the hair. I'm applying a lot of it, and then I'm going to go back in with more water and work it in even more. So it's really an easy process, especially this 10-minute styling, because I'm not really going section by section. I'm just kind of putting the gel in and then working the water through and running my hands through it. For me personally, I like the results of this, especially for the amount of effort that I'm putting in. So that's why I do it this way. If you watch any of our live streams on our Instagram, which is at Hide Your Voice, you'll see how Linda does it. She does it differently than me. And for her, that is easy because she's a cosmetologist. Hair is her thing. It's her product. She made it. So of course she knows how to use it better than me. But as someone who's only been using the product for like a year, and as someone who's only been using the product correctly for like the past 6 months, I would say that I'm still learning it, and this is what's easiest for me and gives me the results that I enjoy. So that's why I apply it this way and not necessarily section by section, because my hair is so thick that I would probably be here for an hour and a half if I were to do it that way. So this is what works for me, and I just apply it all over my hair, and then I go in later and kind of define it more with water, and I find that it works well and the results still last a long time. So if you're somebody who is short on time, you don't like to spend a lot of time styling your hair, this is perfect, and I'm sure that you will still get results that you're satisfied with. If you want a little bit more definition and you're willing to take more time on it, I also have a video that's about an hour, but the actual styling process of the hair took around 30 minutes, and I had, you know, a little bit more definition than this because I went kind of section by section. So you can do it either way. I just wanted to give you all the options available because I think this is a really versatile product and it can help you get whatever results you are desiring. Oops, dropped it. Looks crazy right now, but just keep on watching. I guarantee you it's gonna blow you away. And all I'm gonna use is water. I don't use a brush or a comb. I just use water in my hands. And you know what's really interesting is, I don't know if you noticed this, but if you look at when I first came in and my hair was like wet, fresh out of the sink, versus now with as much water as I put in my hair, it's not dripping. Very, very interesting. Keep in mind how full this bottle is, okay? It's full to here. And I'm about to close the curl former. I used all that I need. And I'm gonna go in and wet it down. And that's how I get the curls, okay? So pay attention. I'm gonna put a towel on the floor because there's gonna be some residual from the spray bottle that's gonna get everywhere. So if you don't want that, you don't wanna be slipping and sliding, put a towel down. And then you're just gonna play with it until it gets in the hair to where you want it to be. The curls are gonna come in. You just keep playing with it. At least that's what I do in my 10-minute style. When I don't have time to do a lot to it, just gonna keep on going. This is probably longer than 10 minutes because of the fact that I'm recording it, but typically it would be 10 minutes, usually less, honestly, for this part. But when you record things, it tends to be longer because you gotta make sure the camera's right and all this other stuff. But look, it's gonna turn kind of into a foam. That's why the curls pop so well, because you saw me rub it into a cream, I showed you guys. And now when you spray it with more water and you run your fingers through it, it's gonna foam up here, and then when it dries, the curls are gonna be locked in. It's crazy. And I'm just going around the edges to make sure that my hair has product on it. You see how my hair is not leaking for as much water as I'm spraying in it? It's a water locking gel. So that's why it's not leaking. Even though my hair is literally soaking wet right now. It's not leaking. Get in there. Make it look nice and good. I don't know where I want my part to be, or if I even want a part right now, but this is a tangle, so I'm taking that out. Okay, so I know this looks incomplete, but because this is a water locking gel, when you spray a bunch of water in there, even if you just leave your hair still, the gel is going to start defining your curls. We have a couple videos on our Instagram that show this. When you spray the hair that has gel in it, the curls start to curl up on their own. You don't even have to touch your hair and they will spring up. So that's basically what I usually let happen. So I usually would stop around here. After I figure out where I want my part, I would part my hair and then just leave it. And this is kind of where I would leave it out. So that's why it's about 10 minutes, because it really doesn't take me that long. But right now, because I'm on video and because at this point I had plans for today, I was taking the extra step of defining the front and kind of detangling some parts that I felt like were clumped together. But typically I don't really do that. I just kind of let it do what it does and detangle as needed throughout the day while my hair is drying. You know, if I feel something, I'll just take it apart, but I don't usually go through and detangle intentionally when I'm styling my hair. So I would usually stop about here, but I continue on for a few more minutes just to really make sure that it looks good and give you guys the full gist of what you can do even with a short amount of time styling with this product. It's not a foam yet, not quite, but it's very, very creamy right now. This part of my hair has some breakage, so I really want to define this part because of the fact that it sticks up instead of going down. So this might be longer than 10 minutes, but it's honestly because I'm showing you on video and I just want to give you a good tutorial. But I've done this so many times that typically speaking, it takes me less than 10 minutes to do it from start to finish with applying the product in my hair. I also put in more product this time than I usually do, but that's because my hair has been braided for 3 weeks before this, and I noticed that after doing protective styles, my curls need to be getting a little bit extra TLC to really get them to do what I want them to do. Kind of like after you get a silk press and you wash your hair and it's like, where are my curls? That's kind of how I feel right now. I'm going to spray it a little bit more, but first I'm going to wipe my hands down because they are covered in liquid. These curls are so good looking, honestly. For 10 minutes, I'm like shocked. But this is our miracle product, truly. So look how much water I use. It was up to here. Do use a little bit more just to make sure. You can't have too much water, especially because it's a water locking gel. So, you know, you might as well put as much as you can. That's kind of the point of the gel, being water locking. So just using as much water as I can, really trying to hydrate my hair, because water is hydration. Oil is not hydration. Nothing, no cream, no butter is hydration. This isn't skin. Your hair is not your skin, so you can't hydrate it the same way that you would hydrate your skin. Water is hydration, and this gel is made to lock in that water to keep moisture in your hair. Okay. Hopefully this is fine. I'm gonna do the middle. Oh look, it's a foam. Hold on, where is it? This is like a little foamy. See that? Perfect. That's how you know you have enough water. For me anyway, that's what I do. Wait for the foam and then I'm good. Yes, yes, yes. Look at this foam. Perfect. Foam, foam, foam. Yep, that's how you know. Perfect. And I put the foam that comes out back in because I want my hair to be as defined as possible. So yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm gonna do
a little bit more water back here because I feel a clump and I want it to be defined. Just trying to go through and get any clumps that there may be. And I think I'm basically done at this point. Yeah, I'm not gonna actually part it with a comb, but I could. I'm just not going to. For now. Okay, so I'm gonna dry my hands off. Take the gel off your ears before it dries so that your hair doesn't get stuck to your ear. And then I'm basically done at this point. I like to dry my neck too because I don't want the gel on my neck or any areas that are not hair. So take it off of my forehead. And yeah, I'm basically done now. Got in my eye. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna call it. You see these girls? How do I get the sun on it? Where's the sun? That's it. Oops. My hair is sticking up.
I did blow dry my hair after this, so if you want to see more what that looks like, check out our Instagram because I did not leave my hair soaking wet like this.
Curl define tutorial. Hopefully you found it helpful and you're able to do it at home yourself in 10 minutes, just about. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns and I'll make another video or address your comments somewhere else. Have a great day.